Weirdly, my favorite record currently is Radiohead's Kid A. I never really had a Radiohead phase, and I got into this pattern where every time I took a flight I would download 3 albums from an artist that I hadn't really explored before, and so I'm weirdly going through a big Radiohead phase right now. Some of the records that have changed my life are Elliott Smith's EXO, Mount Erie's Dawn, and Bjork's Homogenic. I think that growing up in the Pacific Northwest, artists like Elliott Smith and Mount Erie were very informative to my style of indie songwriting. And Bjork, of course, is someone whose career I've always really admired and am trying to emulate in some way, this sort of long-lasting career. Also, Wilco's Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. I think I'm really lucky that this year I've gotten to get to know Wilco as people quite well, as friends, and I'm so endlessly inspired by Jeff Tweedy and all of Wilco. The first live show I ever went to, I think I was 3 years old, was a musician named Raffi. I don't know if you have him over here, but he's kind of like a children's singer, and I saw him at the Holt Center in Eugene, Oregon. That was my first live concert. One of my favorite musicians right now is my friend Sasami, who is also half Korean, and I think we have a very similar style of songwriting, and I'm very inspired by her as a person, as a friend and musician, and her album this year, I think it came out this year, or maybe last year, was one of my favorite albums, and it's called Squeeze, and we went on tour last year, and it was so special getting to see her play those songs live. Well, because I'm having a Radiohead phase right now, I would say I would love to work with Johnny Greenwood. I'd also love to work with John Bryan or the 1975. Well, I've been a very big fan of Wong Kar-wai since I was in college, and at Fuji Rock we played Dreams and projected the Chungking Express, so it feels fitting to say that Chungking Express is one of my favorite movies. What else? My favorite book. Oh, that's difficult. I really love this book called Rock Springs by Richard Ford, and Housekeeping by Marilyn Robinson. Honestly, a lot of my favorite music places in New York, where I live now, have closed down. But my friend manages a venue called Baby's All Right, so I have a fun time. It's in Williamsburg, and I feel like a lot of up-and-coming bands play Baby's All Right, and I've had a good time DJing there not too long ago. I worry a little bit that the new generation will start making music for TikTok, and not that there's anything wrong with TikTok, but I hope that the intention comes first from them making the music that they love, that comes from the heart. So many. I love so many Japanese artists. My favorite contemporary artists, I love the band Chai. Chai's record was one of my favorite from last year. I just really love, I think they're so creative and fun. I also really love Ichiko Aoba's music. I think she's such a beautiful guitar player and such a stunning voice. And then I'm a huge Chibomato fan, and I recently got to meet Yuka Honda at Solid Sound Festival, which is Wilco's festival, because she's married to Nels Cline. I was so starstruck because Chibomato is one of my favorite bands. And then I was also very inspired by many Japanese artists for the Sable soundtrack, which is a video game, an indie game that came out on Xbox that I composed the soundtrack for. So I listened to a lot of Yasunori Mitsuda and Yoko Shimomura, their game compositions, and I also love Ryuichi Sakamoto and Joe Hisayashi's compositions, and all of those composers were very inspirational for the Sable soundtrack I worked on. I think that I think it was some like 90s Woodstock that Nine Inch Nails performed at. I don't remember the year, but I've seen a lot of live footage from that concert, and I think I would like to be there. Yeah.